lumalaban, naninindigan, matatapang, matatalino. We are the University of the Philippines, the country's national university, premier institution of higher learning dedicated to serving the people and creating a culture of honor and excellence around the globe. Malayong lupain, atin mang marating, hinding-hindi magbabago ang damdamin.
There will always be somewhere you can go to in UP. There will always be someone you can talk to. And remember, you will always have a friend in UP.
We have resonated the calls of our communities during difficult times, proving our adaptability and responsiveness, recalibrated our ways to adhere efficiently and design a system that reaches the margins of our society.
As a community of scholars and leaders, I know that we are together and we will move forward together.
An institution driven by service, a safe space, a chamber that echoes the voiceless, a stronghold of science, arts, and the social sciences, the University of the Future.
This is the Top UP.
Welcome to the 2020 UPA Award Ceremony. I am Jose Wendell Capili, Assistant Vice President for Public Affairs of the University of the Philippines, and I am delighted to be your host today. Let us begin our ceremonies with this prayer by UPA Treasurer Director Cheng Rasul.
Let us pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most gracious. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Praise be to God, Lord of the universe. Ar-Rahman Rahim, the most gracious, the most merciful. Malik Yawmiddin, Master of the Day of Judgment. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. You alone we worship. You alone we ask for help. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Guide us in the right path. Siratal lazina wa anta alayhim, gairil magdubi alayhim waladalin. The path of those whom you blessed, not of those who deserve your wrath, nor of the strayers. Amen. Amen.
As the COVID-19 pandemic spreads across our country and all over the world, we remember our frontliners and the UP alumni who lost their lives fighting valiantly against this virus in 2020. Together, let us watch this video to honor their sacrifice.
Lately, I've been winning battles left and right. But even winners can get wounded in the fight. People say that I'm amazing, I'm strong beyond my years. But they don't see inside of me, I'm hiding all the tears. They don't know that I come running home when I fall down. They don't know what picks me up when no one is around. I drop my sword and cry for just a while. 'Cause deep inside this armor, the warrior is a child. Unafraid because his armor is the best. But even soldiers need a quiet place to rest. People say that I'm amazing, I never face retreat. But they don't see the enemies that lay upon my feet. They don't know that I come running home when I fall down. They don't know who picks me up when no one is around. I drop my sword and cry for just a while. 'Cause deep inside this armor, the warrior is a child. Lately, I've been winning battles left and right. But even winners can get wounded in the fight. People say that I'm amazing, I'm strong beyond my years. But they don't see inside of me, I'm hiding all the tears. They don't know that I come running home when I fall down. They don't know who picks me up when no one is around.
And now, may we request your attention to the playing of the Philippine National Anthem by the DOST Bamboo Rondalia. My distinct honor to introduce to you the UP Alumni Region and UPAA President, Reynaldo C. Lacerna.
Welcome everyone to the awarding ceremonies of the 2020 University of the Philippines Alumni Association's Distinguished Alumni Awards. Traditionally, the UPAA has held this ceremony as the highlight of the annual UP General Alumni Homecoming. But as most of us very well know, the 2020 reunion was postponed and in effect practically canceled, except for the special 2020 UPAA yearbook due to the global pandemic. However, with so many UP alumni frontliners out there heroically facing the hazards of contagion daily, the UPAA cannot simply let this year end without conferring upon those valiant sons and daughters of the alma mater the honor they so much deserve. And so today, the UP Alumni Association takes great pride in recognizing all UP healthcare frontliners worldwide, whether living or deceased, as the 2020 UPAA Most Distinguished Alumni Awardees. They have, despite the daily menace to their health and safety, without regard for reward or remuneration, continued to courageously perform their duties in their respective lines of work. That said, let us now step forward and honor the 2020 UPAA Most Distinguished Alumni Awardees. Thank you all.
The UPA recognizes the invaluable service rendered by UP medical and service frontliners for their excellent work and impact on the communities they serve. Our awardees will be honored by a trophy sculpted by Luis Junyi E. Jr. We enjoin you to watch this video to know more about the artist's concept for a sculptured trophy. Configuration. human figure, represented by a head and torso. The head is composed of 3 identical heart-shaped face masks. The heart shapes connote the empathy and caring for others shown by the health frontliners during the global pandemic. 3 hearts stand for the Philippines' 3 island groups, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, where the UP alma maters of the frontliners are located. The torso is glazed in bronze. The color of bronze is indicative of the brown race to which Filipinos belong. With that, may we introduce UPA Secretary Punch Gavino to announce our most distinguished alumni award.
The pandemic that reached our shores in early 2020 brought about successive community quarantines, health protocols, and travel restrictions, and resulted in the cancellation of plans for the annual UP General Homecoming and the conferment of UPAA Alumni Awards in various categories. Instead, the board decided to focus on only one award for 2020, the Most Distinguished Alumni Award. It is the first time in UPAA history that this award will be given, not individually, but collectively, to all the UP alumni who served or are continuing to serve as health frontliners in the fight against this deadly coronavirus. Some have died in the line of duty or continue to work in hospital wards, nursing homes, and other medical centers designated as COVID facilities. Others may be found in far-flung areas in the Philippines or are also frontliners in countries around the world, thereby earning further admiration for them and for the Philippines. Having only this top award for 2020 is intended to highlight the immeasurable value of their achievement during this severe national crisis and their commitment to the UP tradition of excellence and service, even at great personal risk. The citation for this award was drafted by Dr. Jose Y. Dalisay Jr., a former UPAA awardee in Culture and the Arts, and reads as follows. In grateful recognition of their heroic service to the Filipino nation in its hour of direst need, the coronavirus pandemic that ravaged the world in 2020 and which continues to this day, the University of the Philippines Alumni Association, UPAA, presents its 2020 Most Distinguished Alumni Award to UP Health Frontliners for giving freely of their expertise in whatever capacity and to their utmost ability to alleviate the suffering of their fellow human beings at great personal risk and cost, above and beyond the call of duty. No finer example of honor and excellence can be found than the patriotic dedication and professional competence that these thousands of UP health frontliners all over the world exhibited during the crisis, for which the UPAA expresses its deepest gratitude and greatest pride. Presented this 11th day of December 2021 in Diliman, Quezon City, Philippines, signed by UPAA President Reynaldo Lacerna and attested by Pasita Gavino, UPAA Secretary.
To receive the award representing our UP frontliners, please welcome the Director of the Philippine General Hospital, Dr. Gerardo D. Legaspi.
Good morning, everyone. In behalf of the 4,600 employees of the University of the Philippines Philippine General Hospital here in UP Manila, it is with great pride and pleasure that we accept this UPAA honor in our role as the COVID Referral Center for the NCR. The past 20 months have been very challenging for the Philippine General Hospital, but it was made much, much easier with all the help that it has gotten from you, our alumni, from everybody else in the community that believes in what PGH and UP stands for, which is compassionate and excellent care. Philippine General Hospital has admitted more than 7,300 COVID patients and has made almost 6,000 of them recover from their moderate to critical illness. We are, unfortunately, of course, we have some of them not making it, but I think the best way to have rendered service for these COVID patients was given by the Philippine General Hospital to the utmost of its capability. We are still reeling from the effects of this pandemic, but right now we are preparing for a bigger work in receiving back the non-COVID patients with the back of our minds set on meeting any surge or any challenge that the future COVID infections might bring forth. And all of this we do in the name of service to our people in the great tradition of UP Excellence. We will use this award as an inspiration to do even more for our fellow men, for our sick countrymen who come to PGH for the highest level of care, whether it be COVID or non-COVID. And this recognition I receive in behalf of all the men and women who have toiled in front, on the lines, and behind the lines of this COVID war. So sa inyong lahat po ulit, magandang umaga at maraming salamat sa karangalang ito.
And to receive the same award representing our UP Allied Medical Practitioners, please welcome the President of the Philippine Nurses Association, INC, Governor Melbert Reyes.
On behalf of the Philippine Nurses Association Incorporated, my warmest congratulations to the University of the Philippines Alumni Association on the occasion of your 2020 UPAA Distinguished Alumni Award ceremonies. This occasion is a fitting and timely tribute to all our healthcare workers that includes nurses who selflessly committed to give love and care to others during this unprecedented time of the health crisis brought about by the global COVID-19 pandemic. To our healthcare workers, to our Filipino nurses, thank you for everything you have done for our country and the world throughout this past year. As a consequence of the COVID-19 pandemic, everybody was impacted by the crisis. So much has changed these past few months, but many things have not, like the strength and resilience of the UP alumni healthcare frontliners. My snappy salute to all of you for serving our country during these dark times. Many have suffered a lot, yet still every day, since the start of this pandemic, you put your lives, your families, and your future on the line for the safety and health of others. As healthcare frontliners, the work has not been easy. It has been tough and challenging, but people feel so blessed and protected to have a caring and compassionate individuals like you, looking out for others who have fallen ill due to the deadly coronavirus. During these troublesome times, while we all stay at home to avoid the danger of the outside world, you have chosen to stand out in the open, to be in the war zone of this unseen enemy. You work through long, grueling days and nights, even though you are exhausted. Your courage and bravery in the fight against COVID-19 is really admirable. In addition, your selfless effort and hard work during this time of great need in serving our country and the world is immeasurable. You've been an inspiration. It is because of you that the country and the world in general could say that they have seen light at the end of the tunnel for our community, our country, the Philippines, and the world. All your actions and sacrifices are deeply appreciated. You are not only our real heroes on earth, you save lives. Again, from the Philippine Nurses Association Incorporated, our warmest congratulations and heartfelt appreciation to all UP alumni healthcare workers. Mabuhay ang UP alumni healthcare workers, and congratulations to UPAA Organizing Committee for this laudable event to give worth and value and due recognition to the hard work and sacrifices of our frontliners. God bless, thank you, and more power.
Congratulations to the distinguished 2020 UPA Most Distinguished Alumni Award. I will now give the virtual floor to the President of the University of the Philippines, Professor Danilo Labizabal Concepcion.
War and disease. In the last 100 years, humanity has seen the two most significant causes of human suffering. Both shone a light on the heroism of those stationed at the front lines. For 2020, the UP Alumni Association has chosen to give only one honor. We pay tribute to the extraordinary heroism of our very own health frontliners. We honor those who dashed forward, facing the enemy head-on in a time of lockdowns and quarantines. In 2020, the enemy was largely unknown, and the toll on the front ranks was devastating. We saw many of our best and brightest fall one by one in the line of duty, until one day the vaccines came. And who would we see bravely showing the nation the way? The staff of our medical and health facilities became the face of courage, the first to take the shots and silencing the deafening public paranoia by their courageous example. Despite having family members, friends, and colleagues who were seriously ill or have passed on, we see so many of them still holding on, performing their duties for the common good. We wish to show by this token that people are grateful for their sacrifice. However, it may not entirely capture the nuances beneath those PPEs of the daily rigors of ingress and egress at work, the torture of commuting, and purposefully shunning loved ones through halfway houses and makeshift quarters at home where family is near yet so far. When they cry, their tears remain invisible. We honor the bravery to go beyond the call of duty, the workforce of our humble campus infirmaries who extended their rounds to the buildings we gave up to be quarantine and care facilities. We honor the frontliners who train other frontliners. We keep them who offer their experience and services like learning and research materials for better COVID care, and the many who even manage to invent tools and technology to better cope with the disease. We honor those who perform their primary duties as frontliners to provide services to the remotest communities. And lest we forget, in 2020, the virus appeared as an apocalyptic pestilence about to wipe out the human race. The health frontliners were heroes by simply being on duty. To our doctors, nurses, and allied medical professionals, the staff of our health facilities and laboratories, health trainers, technicians, janitors, security personnel, messengers, food and supply handlers, the many volunteers in our isolation facilities and vaccination sites, drivers, and the rest of tireless health frontliners in the world, we salute you. Allow us this special Thanksgiving. Thank you for inspiring us to take better care of ourselves. Thank you for showing us dedication in performing our responsibilities and roles in the world. Thank you for your public service. Thank you for living up to the oblation and UP's brand of honor and excellence. Thank you for walking the hall of brave sons and daughters rare. Infinite blessings to all of you. We're one with you in the call for your much-deserved recognition. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Let us now witness an outstanding performance from the UP Symphony Orchestra for their piece entitled Maghintay Lang, Kaluluwa at Diwa.
Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, dalhin mo ang dalamhati at dusa. Pangino'y mag-aayos malaran, magpakailanman siya'y naririyan. Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, landas ng sakit sa tuloy may saya. Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, siyang gamay ay magpakailanman. Pag-asa na ay magmamula, lahat ng hanggang ay may kasagutan. Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, gabay at pag-asa, hingin niya'y sundan. Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, kapag tayo ay nasa piling na niya. Kapag lumiwas ng mating at pusa, at na kami walang hanggang ligaya. Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, ligtas sinagpala, muling Maghintay lang, kaluluwa at diwa, dalhin mo ang dalamhati at dusa.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, UP Symphony Orchestra. And now, to give us his closing remarks, let us welcome UPAA's second Vice President, Engineer Romy Nones.
This virtual tribute to the UP community during this time of the COVID pandemic is the UPAA's modest, nevertheless profound way of expressing our gratitude to those among us who have bravely faced and risked their own lives in order to ensure the safety and health of those in need of it when the deadly virus affected every aspect of our lives. We honor their heroic stance and we lift them up in prayer to the Almighty, that their sacrifice shall not ever be in vain. On behalf of all the members of the UPAA Board of Directors, led by President Eni Lacerna, I would like to congratulate all UP health frontliners here and abroad for receiving the most distinguished alumni award for 2020. This singular award honors our modern-day heroes who put their lives on the line to address this worldwide pandemic. I am grateful to President Danilo Concepcion, not only for his inspiration, but for allowing UP campus buildings to be used as quarantine and isolation facilities for the faculty and the members of the academic community. I thank PGH Medical Director, Dr. Gerardo Legaspi, and the President of the Philippine Nurses Association Incorporation, Governor Melbert Reyes, for receiving the award and the appreciative responses on behalf of our esteemed awardees, the pride of UP. Thank you for the kind words, Dr. Legaspi and Governor Reyes. Please allow me to congratulate the Homecoming Committee, led by Overall Chairman Ray Velasco and Program Chairman Cabi Caballa, for a job well done. May I also praise the participation in the program of Professor Wendell Capili, Treasurer Cheng Rasul, and Secretary Panch Gavino. I thank Director Butch Madarang for the performance of the DOST Bamboo Rondalia and the UP College of Music for the musical number of the UP Symphony Orchestra. May I commend the entire UPAA office staff, led by Executive Director Romy Carlos, Nonong Tuason, Laida, and Elna, who contributed to the success of the show. And lastly, but certainly not the least, congratulations to the talented members of the TVUP production team under Professor Gigi Alfonso for a show that makes us very proud to be products of UP Nating Mahal. Mabuhay tayong lahat!
UP system constituent units may request their countertop replicas of the 2020 UPAA Most Distinguished Alumni Awardees Sculpture Trophy from the UPAA Secretariat through email upalumniaso@gmail.com. The original 5-foot sculpture trophy will be housed permanently at the lobby of Ang Bahay ng Alumni in the UP Diliman campus.